Why, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the Cosmic Mystic. Today is going to be a little bit different. We are going into these messages around the full moon, what to clear, what to integrate, how to propel you forward so you can live authentically in alignment and really trusting what is going on within, trusting your internal guidance. Because, okay, guys, the outside world is crazy. We got to go within in order to be full and do our part within the earthly realm. All right. So we are going to go over a few things to let go of, to bring in during the full moon in Leo. And the full moon in Leo, shout out to my Leos. I love y'all. So it's really it's lighter, and it's embodying a deeper sense of confidence and really bringing that confidence into the community. So since it's a full moon in Leo during Aquarius season, it's bringing that confidence, bringing that authenticity, allowing your internal light to shine as you move through the collective, through your community, as you learn how to come together and do better within this world as an individual, and then learning how to work with others. Okay, so the first thing is letting go. It's letting go of obligation and the idea and the belief of obligation. This idea that you have to do something, or you have to go somewhere, or you have to be a certain way. So letting go of that obligation. And I know some people are parents. I'm not a parent, I'm a pet mom. But me personally, when I had realized oh, you know what, me feeding my cats and cleaning the cat litter, that is starting to feel like a chore, like something I have to do each and every day. But really instead changing the mindset within me and being oh, you know what a blessing it is to have two such cats who go in the cat litter, okay? Who go in the cat litter. And they cuddle me and they love me. So of course I'll clean their litter and be thankful for them at this time. And of course it's still a work in progress. Some days I don't want to do that, but I'm you know what? Let me focus on the joy they bring me. Let me focus on the fulfillment they bring me. Within the community, learning how to let go of obligations. So especially in this time of unrest, feeling like social media, the media, politicians are telling you this is what you have to do. You have to protest. You have to speak out. If you don't speak out, you're on Team ICE. If you don't continuously call your local politicians, you're for these people who are, destroying America, basically. And really being okay, but I don't want to feel obligated to do that. I want to feel like this is more of a blessing to do that. A blessing, I have my voice. A blessing, I have the confidence and the ability to speak up, and that I'm doing something positive for the community rather than feeling like you have to. So sometimes it's really just a subtle shift in mindset that brings out the most. You don't have to do that. You want to do it because you care about others. You want to do it because you care about your country. You care about the people who come here to find peace, to find better opportunities for themselves. So really allowing that to sink in rather than feeling forced or feeling guilted or feeling shamed into putting forth effort. Speak where you're guided to speak. Speak where you are going to feel the most fulfillment and that you have made the biggest contribution, because it's coming from your heart, not coming from this sense of duty, this sense of obligation, all right? And it's such a vibrational shift, realizing that you're doing it because you want to, not because you have to. You're doing it because you want to see a change in the world, because you want this change within yourself. You want this change within yourself, and to know that you're loving, know that you're compassionate, and knowing that you're willing to defend another person, and vice versa. Because if you don't feel guided to necessarily speak out or post on social media or call Congress people, then what are you feeling guided to do? So if you don't feel guided, if you do not feel guided to do that, do not do it, okay? Because that's going against your inner compass, your internal compass, and it's going to leave you bitter in the end. It's going to leave you feeling guilty and feeling ashamed, like, okay, I was peer pressured into doing this, and I'm not even happy because that's not true to myself. Sometimes people really just need to go within and meditate. I know sometimes I'm like, okay, there's a lot going on. I just need to be silent and go within and meditate and find out where I best fit. And then I find where I best fit, and I go and I make that difference from a place of love and from a place of compassion, rather than this fear that if I don't speak out, everything's going to collapse. This fear of, if I don't speak out, then I'm going to be shamed in public, or continuously pressured to do what other people are doing. Some people are not guided to do what you are doing. And a really great example of this is, I'm filming this on I don't know where I am, January 30th, okay? So a lot of businesses have closed and in protest of ICE, and closed in solidarity for the people and the victims who have been harmed by ICE. However, some businesses are like, yo, I gotta pay bills, like especially small businesses. So like, shout out to all the small businesses. Some are like, I gotta pay bills. I got kids to feed. I can't afford to close. And so, and other businesses, I've seen some amazing posts online, and I like honor everybody's journey. Some businesses close and they give a very deep, heartfelt explanation. Some businesses say like, I got to take care of myself. And yes, you do. Make sure your cup is filled first and foremost before you go out. And other businesses are like, you know, the world is so dark. I'm going to be open. This was my favorite. I'm going to be open. I'm going to remain open today. Don't feel pressured to come in and shop. You can come in and hang out. You can come in and talk, because right now we need community and we need connection now more than ever. And that was just like, talk about letting go of this sense of obligation and just doing what you feel is right within you, what is going to bring you that deep sense of fulfillment. So for all of these businesses on that spectrum of whether they're open or whether they're closed, like, shout outs to you for staying true to who you are and being really real and authentic, okay? And that goes to the next point, which is listening to that internal I am and following your internal guidance. Like I said previously, everybody's path is so different. So by honoring your path, you are bringing your light into the collective. You are making change, okay? Some people might be guided to do more spiritual work at this time and make spiritual spaces for people. Some people might be guided to help out kids, to go help families in need. Some people might go help homeless people, or some people might go protest. Honor what you feel guided to do at this time. And if you feel guided to sleep, I don't blame you, because like, we are in the midst of winter, okay? Of course, this is a resting period as well. So it's crazy how all this upheaval is happening when we are supposed to be in a space of rest, where we are supposed to be in a space of recalibration. On the other hand, though, it is kind of like, since it is winter, there is this darkness that comes through, and it's just exacerbated by the cosmic darkness, these cycles that we go through. So when winter hit and all this darkness starts taking place, it's like, okay, we just got to surrender to it. And as the sun starts coming out a little more each day, more light is being shined upon this darkness. More people are being aware. More people are doing what they need to do and coming together as a community and having this sense of care and love for humanity that might not have been seen before, all right? And this deeper sense of compassion and empathy, and also dealing with it in their own ways, and allowing themselves to grieve, allowing themselves to be angry or to be fearful, and just going through this internal process, but also coming into the collective and allowing their light to shine, which is so beautiful. So really listen to that internal compass and embrace where you need to be at this time. And that goes into our fourth. So like these are kind of like very fluid points, okay? Our fourth point is embracing your individuality. And like, especially now where it's like, okay, it's a crime to be a certain color. It's a crime to have certain spiritual practices. It's a crime to love who you want to love, or not necessarily crime, but like judgment, discrimination is ensuing. So really embracing your individuality and loving on yourself for those things. So what I've really been doing is honoring, and I keep a gratitude journal for the end of the day, and I usually write a few things I'm grateful for. Now I've been writing things that I love about myself and that I'm proud of about myself. So really being like, okay, I'm so proud of myself for walking in the midst of like, let's hypothetically say, you're a gay man and you're walking in the midst of a lot of far righters and just allowing your light to shine there. You're not cussing them out unless you feel guided to, then you can cuss them out, but like do so from a place of authenticity, okay? But you're just allowing yourself to be who you are in that moment, even in the midst of adversity, all right? So really embrace your individuality. And this goes into the creative aspects about Leo. And also like Leo is like all about fame. So knowing that the more authentic you are, the more opportunity, the more people notice you, the more people see you. So really tapping into your creative passions, what you enjoy doing, what makes you feel fulfilled. Now I know like I'm a super hyper person, okay? So I do a lot. And so winters kind of bogged me down because I can't be outside as much. But I was like, okay, so what can I do? Because usually I just move around for like 2 hours a day, not gonna lie. So I was like, okay, I need to move. What do I do? So I go to the gym. Okay, I took a 10-minute walk. And then I was like, you know what? I really enjoy dancing. I really enjoy dancing and I enjoy yoga. So I go on YouTube and find dance videos like Jamaican dance videos, and I'm learning Jamaican dance because that's what makes me feel fulfilled. And that's a part of my individuality. And whether I do those dances in public or not, that energy is still going to be there. That vibration is still going to be there. Like I do what I want. I embrace who I am in this moment and allow myself to have fun and allow myself to enjoy who I am fully. Okay, so really embracing your individuality, embracing who you are, what brings you light, what brings you joy, what your true self is, what you identify as. Okay, like we've got to just honor that and be so grateful for that. And people want you to feel ashamed. People want you to feel guilty, but working through those feelings of guilt, taking time to process those feelings if ever you feel guilt or ashamed or embarrassed for who you are, that's an internal process. That's some shadow work to do. So don't be afraid to do that so you can have this deeper embrace of who you are. And the last thing is let go of proving yourself, okay? So as you become more of an individual, people want to test you, okay? People just want to test you. And so let go of trying to prove yourself. Like, for example, I've had people, and for me personally, like I do a lot of work. My prices are what they're at for readings because I take the classes, I do shadow work. I meditate for like an hour every day, okay, guys? When I'm moving, why I like to move is so I can ground myself, so I can bring in these higher these higher frequencies, okay? So I like everything to me is a spiritual practice at this point and just goes into the value I bring in a reading. However, some people, will try to say, well, you need to prove that you're a good reader. You need to give me a free reading and prove that you're a good reader, and then I'll trust you. And okay, don't waste my time, please, and thank you. Just don't waste my time. Just realizing that, okay, you're just messy. Why would I need to prove to you, a non-believer, who I am? And why would I want a client like that as well? Why would I want a client like that? And the answer is I wouldn't. If you don't see the value I bring, then okay. Have a nice day. Bye. The same goes for love. If you don't see the value, I'm not going to sit here and try to prove myself to you. In careers, I'm not going to sit here and try to prove myself to you. Either you see my value and everything I bring to the table and give me what I'm worth, or I move on. And it's not this sense of holding a grudge. It's if you hold a grudge, like, or if you're angry about it, allow that to process and move forward, because these emotions are natural. And then once you move forward, it's a sense of peace, like, oh, the load feels a lot lighter now that I'm just doing what I want and not trying to prove anything. Just sit there and see, are there areas of my life where I'm trying to prove myself, where I'm trying to prove my worth, where I'm trying to prove that I deserve to be loved, that I'm trying to prove that I'm enough? And can you let those go? And are they anywhere within your body, or like weights on your shoulders? Are they in your nervous system, trying to prove yourself? For me, I know when I'm trying to prove myself, I'm like energetically, I'm here up. But when I'm just chilling and being myself, I can feel my solar plexus activate. I can feel my sacral chakra activate and my root chakra activate. And I'm just like, oh, I'm just chilling. I'm not gonna this drama's for the birds, okay? I'm not dealing with your mess. So let go of trying to prove yourself. Take time over this full moon to meditate. See if these things resonate with you. Let me know in the comments if they resonate with you. And, set these intentions. You don't have to do a big ritual if you don't want to. My ritual is super simple, okay? I like to keep things simple because I gotta move, all right? And also, the economy, you don't want to buy a million things just for a monthly ritual, okay? Unless you feel called to do that, and then, good for you. So really take time, see if these resonate, let go, integrate, move forward, shine bright like a diamond, all right? Like Rihanna said, shine bright like a diamond. So take care of yourself. Thanks. Bye.